Hi guys, this is Chelsea. Obviously. A lot of people have been asking about the rock salt method, understandably, because the video I posted is very ominous and doesn't explain a fucking thing. So I thought I would explain that really quick, because I know a few of my friends that need it, and I don't want to explain it over and over and over and over and over. Basically, why I'm against the use of sage unless it's in its traditional Native American practice. As a psychic medium, I've noticed that the use of sage has, for the most part, only made things kind of worse, unless the energy that's present is either simple enough to just need some sort of acknowledgement to be able to pass on. The majority of that type of energy isn't that simple, though. So, for instance, say you have a murder victim or something worse, like something demonic. They pretty much, sage pretty much makes you a lighthouse, in a sense, and it's pretty much telling them, you can see them, you could possibly help them, but you're not going to do anything about it. So when it comes to things like poltergeists or demonic energy or any type of energy that isn't that fucking simple, it's like telling them, like, they're like, okay, you see me, you're not gonna fucking help me, like, fuck you, like, I'm gonna, like, come back at you. So in my personal experience, sage fucking sucks. Also, it smells weird, and it's smoky, people are allergic to it. The rock salt method is smokeless, odorless, and pretty much an atomic bomb for negative energy. I remember a party happened at a friend's house. Some stuff went not the way that they were hoping. A girl got kind of taken advantage of and didn't remember anything, so there's just some like weird vibes hanging around. So I did this method. My friend's wife woke up immediately feeling better. She didn't have any idea that I had done it. She vocalized it. She was like, I don't know what happened. I feel so much better. Like, I don't feel physically ill anymore. Like, it's a really cool thing. So basically the few items that you'll need are household items. I've used anything from pink Himalayan salt to Epsom salt. When you think about it, salt is a crystal. When people wear crystals, those crystals like absorb certain energies. So I guess in metaphysics, it does kind of make sense if you go and look back on it. So any type of salt, sea salt, anything that isn't like the powdery salt, I guess, works. Any type of rock salt, basically. So you need rock salt. And in a 2-to-1 ratio, one being a 70% isopropyl alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. So 2 parts salt, 1 part rubbing alcohol, if that. I usually use a pan or a pot and put a towel under it so it doesn't ruin the carpet, and you should always have a fire extinguisher in your house anyway, and just in case, this has never happened to me, but just in case anything happens, somehow rubbing alcohol spills out on fire, whatever, just keep something handy just in case. It's really not as big and scary as it looks, because the rubbing alcohol puts the fire out itself. Science explains that. I can't. Science can. I looked it up after being told that it could, and it checked out. So anyway, what you're going to want to do is always have intention when you do a spiritual practice. What I do normally is focus on whatever negative thing that's there and just imagine it being gone. And I'll vocalize it. I'll say anything negative isn't welcome here. And I'm sorry, usually expressing some sort of sympathy or empathy, better actually, is helpful, because they do understand English. They may not be right in front of you visibly, but for the most part, the little ghosties are. So if there's a negative thing going on, for example, the last time I was at a friend's house, same friend, same fucked up house, I had channeled a woman that had died in the bathroom of the guest house I was staying in. And it was interesting because all of our friends that have ever stayed in that room have always felt like a weird vibe in that certain corner, and I had like a weird vision flash thing of her curled around. She had a miscarriage and she ended up dying somehow, which was really sad. I immediately got the worst cramps ever, and I didn't have my period. I didn't have a stomachache or anything like that. And I was like, something's really wrong. I did this method, and she was gone. That's kind of my role here. Or one of them, I guess, is to, get those little ghosties to whatever space they need to go to next to either advance to the next level or start all over again, based on what they've learned. And that's a big hint. Oops. But basically, you'll see, I would use a match. I'm going to start all over with this process. Step 1, fold a towel, put it on the ground. Step 2, find any type of frying pan, saucepan, put it on said towel. Step 3, get maybe half a cup of whatever salt you choose to use, and make sure it's in a little pile in the center. Next step is to use just enough rubbing alcohol to not seep through the salt, and what I mean by that is to not leak out through the bottom, just to get the salt nice and moistened, nice and wet, and then you will be able to use your match lighter, however ballsy you're feeling. I'm a professional fire performer, so I'll just use a lighter or something or the other, and it will light. If it doesn't light and you're feeling overwhelming negative vibes, it's best to seek out help. I'm always open to consulting people, so if you have a question, you can always private message me or ask in the comments. If it doesn't light, that's usually a bad sign. Usually means that whatever is there is trying to overpower you. You'll see in the video that I posted, that video was at a house. I was working there. We caught on camera and as soon as we watched it, it erased by itself. Always fucking happens like that. And it was me trimming some medical marijuana. I used to have cancer, blah, 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 blah. Medical marijuana is the shit. Helped me a lot. But I was doing some trim work, and I had fallen asleep somehow with the scissors in my hand, pointing upwards, and you could see it looked like I was getting shoved into the scissors almost every, 10 or 15 seconds, just shoved, not, nodding off, but shoved into these scissors. My former partner, had captured the same thing happening to him a few months prior. His son used to, when I was there, he would refer to this energy as the beast. And we would always all feel it. We would all sleep in the same bed. It was really, really weird. It was very strange. Anyway, there was that, and then you can see in the top right corner, after my partner comes back from the kitchen, there's a white mist there, and that's where the attic is, and that's also where I was sitting when I got pushed. He said he saw me get pushed, and I believe personally that he had gotten possessed several times while I was there to some certain degree, because he would start, he would always have a knife next to him, and then whenever he would talk to me, or whenever I'd bring up something like some real talk shit, he would just start stabbing the table and just looking into nothing, and it was really scary because he had a 2-year-old around him all the time. And I feel really bad for that kid, and I hope that kid's okay. I haven't been able to get a hold of him in a long time. Anyway, back to this process. Once it does light, it should light like a normal fire. In this video, there were no windows open. Everything was sealed tight, no air on, nothing. But you'll see the flames start to flicker and go up, 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 up. Flames should just like a little campfire, be calm-ish, But you'll see it start to swirl around in like a vortex kind of motion and do all sorts of strange things. And I'll re-include that video at the end of this, or I'll narrate over it or something. But that type of, when I see fire acting that way, that means that there is a lot of chaos there. That is when I'll start to say things like, I hope that you can become peaceful and cross over and know that we empathize with you and wish things would have ended differently. Anything along those lines. You can say a prayer, look up any sort of prayer. I don't really have a favorite, as I personally am not religious. I'm very spiritual. I do believe in a higher power, but I do believe that there's a higher power within all of us. So I try to just ask for help from that higher power, which I call the source, which is just a source of energy, like the source of energy for everyone. And I'll ask that for help. I would research some prayers online if there's something really wrong. And again, if there's something really wrong, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're ever in this situation, it's a horror movie, but you're living it. And it's terrifying, and usually no one believes you. But I've been there many times. This has been going on with me since I was 12, since I can remember, since 12. And I just ran out of fucks to give. If people don't believe me, I'm fine with that. I won't push my beliefs on anybody. But I know what I've experienced throughout my entire life, and my friends have seen some strange things happen around me, and can attest to that, but most of them won't, because humans fear what they don't understand. Us humans. That's a natural thing. But if you are watching this, and believe me, I'm a fucking skeptic, I always try to scientifically be like, oh, that was open, that couldn't have just, that window was open, that's why the door flew open, or something like that. I'll always try to debunk something before I deem it anything paranormal, or try to invest energy into getting rid of said thing. So, that being said, I just wanted to explain a bit of the process. If the fire is going really rapidly moving up and down and in circles or something, there's some shit going on. I would say a prayer. If it seems like it went out too fast, that's also an issue. It's as close to being as much of an issue. You'll see in the video, as soon as I say no negative energy is allowed, it goes out. It's like mocking me. And it wouldn't light for shit afterwards. You can also see how little rubbing alcohol I put in the beginning also. So that never went away. He had told me he did some sort of just a prayer throughout the house and gotten rid of it, but that was just him convincing himself, which also works. But if there's physical danger involved and you have a child in the house and the child is referring to it as the beast and you still feel it and you're just ignoring it, you should probably look to a professional, or anyone at a church, any type of priest, for holy water or something like that. It actually works, because the reason holy water works is the priest put positive intention into that water, and that is what makes it holy. Intention is everything. So whether or not you're getting a tarot card reading, your intention is everything. It's like the law of attraction. That is how it works, is intention. And we put that intention and energy out there. And once we put it out there, we hopefully it reciprocates and comes back to us in a positive way. If the fire seems to go on for forever, that's good. That means it's cleaning it out. I've seen a flame go for about 45 minutes. I've seen it go for 2 minutes. And I felt that both times worked. Basically, you need to trust your intuition. Yeah, if it doesn't light, hit me up. If it goes out too quick all the time and doesn't light, hit me up. And the most important part, after you are done, you need to make sure none of that stuff spills out except for into a toilet. So you'll put some water from the sink into it, make sure it doesn't fall out, be very, very careful, dump it in the toilet, flush it each time until all of that salt residue is gone. Then you can go ahead and put it in your dishwasher or wash it and do whatever with it. That is another intention-based thing. You are flushing this bad energy away, kind of thing. So it's not just like a whatever old wives' tale kind of like mind thing. It is all about intention. And I believe that positive intention and positive energy can really change a lot of things that are happening in this dimension and in this lifetime. And that we need to really raise our positive love energy vibrations. And as new age as that sounds, and as much as when I was younger, I would tell myself, like, I'm never gonna be a new age lame, like, blah, blah. It's really true. Positive energy is what makes the world go round, in a good way, at the very least. So, if anyone has any questions, please let me know in the comments or in a private message. If you have any questions you would like me to answer, go ahead, ask away. I'll make another video, or I'll just respond to you. I hope that this helps, and I hope that if you do have an issue, this truly helps. If it continues, let me know, and I'll help you figure out a solution, even if you live far away. I'm here on this earth to help, and I am truly happy doing so. So, yeah. If you're just watching this and you think that I'm a scam or fucking crazy or crackhead, that's fine too. I'm used to that. So, either way, I hope you have a beautiful day, night, year, month, September, spooktacular October. Again, my name's Chelsea, and I'm out of here.